Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining Straight Grown Talk. Today we have a special show. It is called Youth Entrepreneurship. We have 8 phenomenal young people in our studio today to tell you about their entrepreneurs' adventures. Today, as a special guest and treat for me, I have a co-host, Mr. Sean Harris, which will be co-piloting with me today.
Hi, everybody. How you guys doing?
And I have a special treat of my daughter is here, Miss
London.
All right. So first, before we get right into business, I want to say thank you for all our sponsors for sponsoring Straight Grown Talk, because without you, we couldn't exist. Again, Straight Grown Talk is a community-based show, and it is to heighten and enlighten the community of the phenomenal things that we have people in our community that are doing. So we're going to get started right away with our first guest, Mr. Josh Dandridge, which is coming to us via live. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Okay. I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hello, my name is Joshua Dandridge, aka Mr. Fresh, and I am a 11-year-old CEO and the founder of Mr. Fresh, which is an air freshener and deodorizer company. Our mission is to promote emotional, mental, physical, and financial maturity, as well as self-esteem in boys. What makes Mr. Fresh stand out? I put my heart and soul to my business, and my sins last for days.
Oh, wow. So my question to you is, what inspired you to actually start your business?
I love cars, and I wanted to have a car dealership at 10 years old, and I asked my mom, she said, no, Josh, you can't have a car dealership at 10 years old. So then I asked her, can I have car air fresheners? And she said, yes. So I'm working from one point to the next point to get to a car dealership.
Oh, wow. So you're actually, your ultimate goal is to own your own car dealership.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. That's phenomenal. That's a lot of hard work. I was in that industry for 18 years, so that's a lot of hard work. You ready for the task?
Yes, I am.
Oh, wow. So tell me a little bit about the fragrances that you have.
The kind of scents that I have is yellow rose, black ice, cool breeze, jasmine, and baby powder and vanilla. And my car air fresheners are designed to spray in your vents and all around your car to keep your car smelling fresh with Mr. Fresh all day.
Okay, good, good. How long have you been in business?
I've been in business for a year.
Okay. And Miss Tracy, how does it feel to raise an entrepreneur this young?
Well, it feels awesome. It's almost like amazing. Just to be a parent manager is phenomenal. And to also work for your child as well.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just something that, a feeling that you would never just really go for.
All right, all right. So when he's in school, what do you do to keep the business going?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I have to make the phone calls, have to do all the back office stuff. So I'm the COO and so he's the CEO.
Wonderful.
There's a lot that I have to do.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how can our audience reach you?
You can reach me at www.befreshnow.com, www.befreshnow.com, or at 314-768-0358. Again, 314-768-0358.
Okay, and is that all the social media?
Yeah, and on social media, he can be reached at Mr. Fresh, Air Fresheners, and Deodorizers. Again, that's Mr. Fresh, Air Fresheners, or Deodorizers. Or he can also be reached as Shay Danrich.
Okay.
And Danrich is spelled Danrich.
Okay, so I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit. I saw that he was doing some phenomenal things. You want to share that snippet?
Yes, I do. So the phenomenal things that I have been doing is I went to Good Morning America in New York City. I've been to the Magic House, the Makerspace. I have my products in the store. I have been to the Kojics. I've been to the Kids Expo, and I've been all around the city working and having fun.
All right.
Hey, if I can, Josh, I saw that you met Michael Strahan last week. How was that experience for you?
That experience was really awesome. It was like shocking because I met him. It's just like a freeze, but then you just have to keep on going and just talking to him. It was just really amazing. I just love meeting Michael Strahan.
Cool.
So again, tell them where you can meet you again on social media.
You can reach me at www.befreshnow.com or at 314-768-0358 or at my social media on Facebook. That will be Mr. Fresh, Air Freshener, and Deodorizers. That is, again, Mr. Fresh, Air Freshener, and Deodorizers, or at Shay Danrich. So then the last name will be Danrich.
All right. Well, it was a wonderful and a pleasure in meeting with you. I have something for you, so I am going to call you guys a little bit later so I can send you your gift. So congratulations again, and look forward to hearing from you again.
All right. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Next up, we have Mr. himself, Caden Harris, that's sitting next to me. And how are you today, sir?
Good, and yourself?
I am wonderful. So give me a little bit of snippets of your business.
My name is Caden. I'm 9 years old, and I'm the CEO of Daddy Did You Know? My business will solve the problem to financial literacy through my financial tools, my financial flashcards, activity books, courses, and other financial products.
Oh, wow. So what made you start your business?
I started my business because I would go to my dad and I would say, Daddy, did you know? And I would tell him things that he didn't know or didn't know, which encouraged me to start a YouTube channel, which later led to me creating my financial flashcards, activity books, courses, and my other financial products.
Okay. And how can we find you?
You can find me at my website, daddydidyouknow.com, or my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Daddy Did You Know.
Oh, wow. Now, Dad.
Yes.
How is it raising not one, but two entrepreneurs?
It's amazing. One of the key things that we've always learned growing up was to go to school, get good grades, go get a good job. My axiom that I teach the kids is go to school, get good grades, and go build a business system.
That's right.
So therefore, you build a business system for yourself first, build business systems for your children and subsequent generations, and it also allows them an opportunity to employ other people.
Okay. Now, you were supposed to have also had your phenomenal daughter. Can you give us a little bit of snippet about her as well?
Yes. Kennedy, she just turned 10 this past Tuesday.
Happy birthday, Kennedy.
Yeah, she started her business when she was 7. She was actually kidnapped from the school system by a defects worker through misidentification. Her last name is Kennedy with the letter I. They were looking for Kennedy with the letter Y, and they didn't do proper identification measures. So what she did was she started a safety locket business, and there's a safety locket that has the child's name, school they go to, identifying factors, and she segued from that and started her own African-American doll collection called Sugar Babies.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, she was supposed to be a part of the cast today as well.
Yes.
But since she is not here, I do want to make sure that she knows that she's also still loved. I have a special treat for you as well. So, Daddy has your treat.
Yes.
So, with that being said, when do you all have fun?
All the time.
I see that.
We call these two, they're the little Two Live crew. We have fun all over, all the time. We travel a lot, do a lot of family activities. We had a great big birthday party for Kennedy last weekend. Just went out last night for Hibachi restaurant. So we make time to play, and we work hard, but we play harder.
Okay. So I want you to give Kennedy's information since she's not here, and then I'm going to have your son to go back and give his information again, too.
Her website is klockproducts.com. That's KLOCK products.com. And she can be found on all social media as Klock Products. And Instagram is Klock_products.
Okay. And Kaden?
You can find me at my website, daddydidyouknow.com, or my Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all at Daddy Did You Know.
Oh, wow. It was a pleasure in seeing you again. I had the experience of having daddy and son at my event recently, Level Up. So I'm very honored, and thank you for actually helping me with all my guests today.
Thank you for having us.
You were a part of the team of putting the team together. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm very grateful. So when we come back, we're going to have two more that is a part of us, and we're going to get to know them as well. So stay tuned. And we are back, and with me right now we have Miss Lena Ford. Please.
I'm Sanaya Hunt.
Sanaya Hunt. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sanaya Hunt with me. Please and welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about you.
So my name is Sanaya, and I am the CEO and chief creator of Sassy G Nail Paints. Sassy G is a 10-free vegan polish, which means I don't use any harsh chemicals found in most nail polishes, and I don't use any of the harsh chemicals. I don't use any animal products that are also in other polishes. I also don't test them on animals.
Okay, okay. What inspired you to start your business?
So I love doing my nails, and I like to paint my nails, and I like to create things. I love science, and so I wanted to do something that would combine both of those. And so during my research, I found out that there are a lot of harsh chemicals in nail polish, so I wanted to create a nail polish that wasn't as harsh.
Okay. I hear you're also doing some phenomenal things, too. One of the things I know that you were doing is you help the seniors. So tell us a little bit about that.
So during my business, I think like in a couple of months after I started, I created a Sassy Squad, which included all of my closest friends, and we went to nursing homes and adult daycare centers, and we provided free manicures for the elderly and mentally delayed.
Okay, okay. And how was that experience for you?
It was really fun because I love seeing that I'm making I like seeing how I'm making everybody's day happier, because we were doing it, and one of the people, like one of the workers, they were saying that this doesn't happen to them often. So I was really excited and happy that I was making a difference in my community.
Yes, and you was also able to use your product on them as well.
Yes.
So, Mom, How is it raising a youth entrepreneur?
It's awesome. It's amazing. She's a youth entrepreneur, but she's also a 10-year-old girl.
Yes.
So when you combine those two things together, you get a very interesting combination. But it's always a ride. It's always a journey. And so it's been really cool to just see her blossom and grow and have a voice in her community and an understanding of why her voice matters and why she's powerful.
Have you experienced any challenges?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The biggest challenge, I think, is learning how to let her have her own voice and learning how to step back. As a mom, I'm a teacher, I'm an educator. So as a mom and as an educator, those are two platforms that are very sage on the stage center. I'm going to guide you and lead you. Well, she's the boss and she's the CEO and she gets to make her decisions and she gets to say, no, I don't like that color or I want to use this color. And so learning how to value her voice and step back and let her make decisions, sometimes for me, that's the biggest challenge.
Wow.
Terry, how is it with other kids? How do other kids see her, or how do they deal and treat with her being an entrepreneur and still being a 10-year-old kid at the same time?
Sanaya has had a lot of struggles with that simply because she has her mommy's dominating personality and she has a big she has a big personality, and sometimes it's hard for others who are the same age as her to see her doing so many things. I think children have a difficult time understanding that everybody has their own shine, and everybody can walk in their own shine, and everybody has their own superpower. And she has had to communicate to her friends that sometimes she can't do certain things with them that she might want to do, or that she is going to have a platform and she's going to speak up for certain things. But I do also think that Sanaya's got a personality that's really, really kind. And even though they might have that initial reaction, Sanaya has a personality that will win you over, and she's going to bring you along, right? If you want to come along with her, she'll add you to her sassy squad in a heartbeat. If you want to come and help her vend, she'll put you on, and so that has helped her. She doesn't do anything alone. She's always pulling her friends along. So I think that that's been really good for her too.
Good. So Sanaya, tell our audience how they can reach you.
So you can find me at my Instagram page and my Facebook page at Sassy G Nails, and nails is spelled with a Z instead of a S. So it's SASSYGNAILZ on my Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's your website?
My website is www.sassyg.bigcartel.com. But it also will be changing, so make sure you go like my Facebook page and follow me on my Instagram page, so you can know when I change my website.
Yeah, she's going through a rebrand, and so she's got a lot of new things coming up, and she's doing some big things.
We all are going through rebranding. It's the end of the year, and that's one of the things as a business owner that you have to go through, branding yourself constantly. So don't feel bad that today you like your brand and tomorrow it will change, but it's always for the better.
Yes.
Okay? So next up, we're going to have another entrepreneur to come and sit on this stage with me. So we'll be right back momentarily.
All right, guys, welcome. We are back, and we are back with a phenomenal young man. His name is Bryce Michael, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what he's going to tell you about his business. Bryce, if you would, tell us who you are, how old are you, and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Bryce Michael. I am 9 years old. I've been doing my business I've been an author for almost 4 years. And this year I started to make some movies and shows, and also have a production called Laughing Scare Productions.
Cool, sounds good. Could you tell us a little bit about your book? Give us the title and give us just a little bit about what it's about.
Well, these are some of my books. I have over 3 collections of it. And it was about this superhero named Captain JC. By the way, JC is my mom. And some of these children turns their mom into a superhero called Captain JC. And she's trying to save the world from the dog, which is one of the villains. Captain J.E., which is the mom's sister, and the robot version of Bryce, known as me.
Got
So
it.
what inspired you to write your book?
Well, I got inspired by 2 authors named Mo Williams and Dave Pilkey. And how I started to do it is when I was watching a video that was by Mo Williams. I decided to make my own book, and my first book was called Bryce the Cop.
Oh, wow.
Cool. How old are you, Bryce?
I am 9.
9. Cool. Tell us a little bit about your films.
Well, I got inspired by 3 people: Stephen King, Jordan Peele, and R.L. Stine. And how I started to do it to make my own production is a few years ago, I think. I watched Goosebumps, and then this year my mom let me watch this movie called It that was by Stephen King. So I decided to make my own horror movies, like In the House and The Hand on the Bed. And I also have kid-friendly movies like The Fat Bear and Big Pencil.
Cool. I like horror movies, so I got to check you out.
So, Mom, how does it feel to raise a youth entrepreneur?
It feels good, actually. He has my personality. He's very driven. He's very creative. He came to me when he was 5 with his inspiration to. He came to me when he was 5 years old because he was so inspired to write. And from writing, I'm a big fan of horror movies myself. So he knows that he will come to me and say, Mom, this movie is coming out, or Jordan Peele got a new movie, Us, coming out on this date, and he'll put it on the calendar for me to go see, to tell him about. So I finally got the courage to let him watch them because he started watching R.L. Stine Goosebumps and was so inspired by Jordan Peele and Stephen King that I wanted for him to express himself, because I felt like as an entrepreneur and a creative person as he is, he's already written 3 books that are in comic book stores, that he may have a career as a director, and he could put me in those movies because I'm an actress and a stunt woman myself. So it's inspiring that he want to be in the entertainment field like me. So he loves horror movies, and he's learning more about the filming process. He wants to go to film school, so he wants me to enroll him in film camp this summer, which I plan to, and hope to get an intern at Tyler Perry Studios, because I heard they take on youth filmmakers. So I encourage him to be as creative as he can.
Oh, wow.
JC, question for you. As first a mom and as a kid business manager, how do you protect Bryce as far as negativity that could come, people that may give negative word seed and say, well, you're too young to be a business owner, you're too young to write film? How do you protect him and keep him on the right track?
Well, 2 things. As a kid growing up myself, I was my dreams and hopes were stepped on. So I encourage him to be as creative as possible, because to me, that makes a healthy individual. And to always be honest and open with him about people and in the business. I've been in the business over 15 years in entertainment. So I feel that I know, I'm honest with him and taking it slow and telling him everyone is not going to accept your product, but you have to believe in you, and you have to believe what you can do. You will make it, because they said they shut doors in people's faces all the time. Stephen King, Jordan Peele, and now these are superstars, and they're your inspirers to encourage you to do better and to do more and to never give up. So we talk about things like that all the time. We talk about how everyone is not going to like you, everyone is not going to accept you. As an actor and a stunt woman myself, I had doors turn on me. I had more no's than yes, but the yeses is what keeps you going. It keeps you being inspired. So I encourage him to be that same way.
Okay, so tell us how we can reach you.
Well, you could reach me at my YouTube channel called Brights Michael, and you could get my books at www.joindees.com.
Okay.
And
Instagram.
And my Instagram channel, YouTuber Bryce, and Facebook, I think it was Bryce Michael and YouTuber Bryce.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you for coming by today, and it was a pleasure in meeting with you, and I hope to see you again soon as doing other big things in the movie industry. So I'm going to watch out and see if I see you in the future.
Okay.
All right.
Great job, Bryce.
Thank you.
So stay tuned. We're going to have someone else to come and join us up here on this panel, and we'll be back momentarily. Hello, everyone. We're back again. We have Dave and Neil. I am honored to have a cousin in the place today that is going to tell you momentarily about his story and his journey. And so before we get into that, I'm going to switch it just a tad. I'm going to start off with Mommy first. And I want her to explain how is it to raise an entrepreneur. Then we're going to jump into him introducing himself and his product.
Well, raising an entrepreneur, I tell you, it can be tough. It can be challenging when the kids are bossing you around, because with school and after school activities, it's just so much hard work. I mean, to keep them inspired, and you dealing with your own day-to-day routine, but we just keep pushing, keep encouraging, and and it all works out at the end of the day. But overall, it's a good feeling.
Good. Now, David, tell everyone, our audience, about you.
My name is David Neal. I'm 12 years old, and I make dope T-shirts, which stands for Driven on Positive Energy.
Repeat that again.
I make dope T-shirts. It stands for Driven on Positive Energy.
Oh, wow. That's very motivating. Go on.
And I've seen a lot of negativity going around the world on the internet, so just wanted to bring a little bit of positivity.
Well, David, when it comes to negativity like that, and I know in your age group, peer pressure really starts to kick in, and you have a lot of influence from other people. How do you channel your thoughts? How do you stay on track to make sure that you're not being persuaded to things that you shouldn't do, and still in the positive route? And then how do you keep other kids going in a positive route with you as well?
Well, I stay away from negativity, and when I see negativity, I try to stop it, and I just stay away from it. To be positive as I can.
Gotcha. Would you say that there's a lot of negativity in schools now?
Yeah, it's getting worse.
I gotcha. Well, what do you do? Do you do anything like sports? Just
Yes,
kind of
sir.
keep your mind focused. What's your favorite sport?
Basketball,
Basketball. What position you play?
center.
Center. I knew that. I kind of knew that. You look like a center. Cool.
So what inspires you to start Dope?
So yeah, the negativity and they wanted to do something different, and I know that my family and friends like clothing, so I said, why not start a clothing line and just talk about something going on around the world.
So I'm going to ask you this question. How does it feel to be in a family line of entrepreneurs? Because mom, dad, all of us is in entrepreneurship. So how does it feel?
It's very inspirational, and I like how my family is, everybody entrepreneurs, and it kind of makes me want to tell people about it, my family more, and how we do things.
Okay.
How does it feel to be a 12-year-old entrepreneur?
It's cool, and you know, sometimes people say stuff, but they gotta keep going.
Do you still feel like you're just a normal 12-year-old?
No.
No. Good answer. Tell me, in what ways do you feel different?
Because a lot of kids in my school or around where I stay, they don't have their own businesses. So I just feel different.
Gotcha. And always know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with being different.
Yes.
Because that's what makes entrepreneurship what it is. It's because we always had some different type of creativity. So you're right on track. And you got a family full of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So you're right on track.
Yes. So Brittany, as raising this youth entrepreneur, how did you feel when he first came to you about wanting to have his own business?
Well, I was glad that he actually was interested, because I tell you, his dad is on him 24/7 about starting a business. And, you know, we can talk to him all day, but until they actually initially, take the step forward into creating something, their own brand, it was just a good feeling. I'm like, thank God he's listening. So, I mean, it was very inspiring to just hear him. And I'm like, oh, we about to hit the ground running. Like, whatever you want to do, I mean, the sky's the limit. And we just want to instill that in him so he can continue to grow.
So what's his journey to become an entrepreneur, because he sees mom and dad doing it since he was a tallywag?
Well, I mean, the journey, it's been quite interesting, and I knew he would get some backlash, people saying, no way he came up with that. Well, is he actually making the items? Guys, you gotta push your kids no matter what.
Yes.
I'm gonna help him no matter what. Of course, school comes first. This is secondary. And mom and dad do a lot of work on the back end. But then again, on the weekends, whenever he can get a break, he's over there with me. We gotta make sure we still have family time.
Yes.
Just day-to-day routines. I don't want to take his childhood away from him, but I still want to instill in him hard work, because nothing is given to you. You got to earn it.
Yes.
Brittany, what are some of the things you and your husband, David, what are some of the things you do to help foster an entrepreneurial environment? Like some of the things we do, we take our kids to adult business meetings, because we don't see age in business. Business is business. So what are some of the things that you do to foster and put him in environments with entrepreneurship?
Well, we do a lot of reading. We try to teach him a lot about his history from his the family member that has passed away who started the business, and I'm always taking him around to the less fortunate for him to appreciate where he is.
That's what I'm talking about.
But we are always like, David, if we ride by a building, we're talking about the back end of it. Like, who own the building, and we talk about, in our culture how we don't own a lot of stuff, and just teaching him the basic, and it's okay. You don't see it a lot, but it's doable. You can do it. You can own your own business. So then again, I mean, we run into a lot of people. We see other cultures, actually doing things and ownership. And I'm like, kid, you don't have to change how you look. You don't have to change how you talk. Just do it. It's you. You're creating something, and you are the face behind it. So just run with it. Nobody can judge you. It's you. So I hope that answered your question.
Yes. So how can we reach you, David?
My website is www.thedopeclothing.com, and my Instagram and Facebook is The Dope Clothing.
Okay. I look forward, and Black Friday is right around the corner, so you guys can go online and check out some of the products that he has, and is selling for the upcoming Christmas time. So make sure you check them out online, and congratulations again. Coming up next, we have another phenomenal youth entrepreneur that's coming. So please stand by momentarily, and we will be right back. Welcome back, and beside me now we have Miss Lena Ford. Hi, and I'm so honored and happy that you came today. I know you're a little bit up under the weather, so I do thank Mom for doing what she could to get her here. Kudos to you. Thank you. But that goes again, Moms, we definitely do things to make sure we can keep our kids moving forward. So Miss Lena, please tell me a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Lena, and I have a business called Positively Lena, where I spread positivity around the world, because there's a lot of bad things happening in the world, and I really wanted to make a difference.
Okay.
Well, Lena, I had a pleasure and opportunity to come to your grand opening a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. You did a great job, and I love your setup. I love the products. Tell us, as a kidpreneur, how is it to be able to share your business with both people your age as well as adults?
Well, for me, when I was having my event, I knew there was going to be there was going to be adults and kids, and it was easy for me to speak with kids, but it was kind of difficult for me to speak with adults, because it was kind of difficult for me, but I knew I had to keep pushing, and I had to stay positive about it.
Got it. Well, you spoke very comfortably, and I saw you talking to a lot of the parents. You did a phenomenal job. And Mom, Tressie, at the event, I love how you had the board, the positivity board. I put 2 notes up there for you, actually, so hopefully you read those. But as a mom, when you see that your child is persevering forward and you see her breaking through and being able to talk to adults, how does that make you feel as a mom?
It makes me feel great. Lena has always been a positive child. Even when she was in pre-K, the adults were always taken aback because she didn't always talk to the children, but she could go and sit and talk to her teachers.
Oh, wow.
More than she would talk to the kids. If the kids were doing something, she's going to step away from a negative or a bad environment and find an adult to insert themselves into the situation. So it always makes me feel good that she knows that she can talk to children, but she can also talk to adults, and that they actually listen to her. Once you start talking to her more and she breaks out of her little shell, she always has a lot to say.
So how is it raising her?
Ooh, okay. Raising her is amazing. Lena is an awesome, awesome, awesome child, and I make sure I tell her that every single day. A day does not pass that I do not speak to her about how awesome and how wonderful and how blessed I am to have her, me and her father. But also, she understands that she's blessed. There are a lot of children out in the world and adults that don't have. And when I say don't have, I'm not talking about just material things. I'm talking about support. And Lena has support not only from her family, but her village. And that's always important to us. So yes, I always say, for me, it's a pleasure, and I'm thankful that I have I've been given the grace to raise her, but I'm so thankful that we have a village that chips in whenever we need to make that call.
Well, Miss Lena, let me ask you this question. What inspired you to start your business?
Well, what inspired me was that I knew there was a lot of bad things happening in the world, and I really, really wanted to make the world like a better place to where people can be happy and they won't be so negative about themselves. So I started Positively Lena, and I knew I liked fashion and I love keychains. So I decided to create keychains with positive phrases.
Oh, did you bring any of your masterpieces today?
Yes. I brought my first keychain that I've ever made, and it is called, well, it says "Be Kind" on it. And my other one says love.
Oh, wow.
Lena, what are some of the things that you do on a daily basis that encourage yourself? And then what do you do a little differently when you may be having a challenging day just to really inspire yourself? What do you tell yourself as an affirmation?
Well, if I'm at home and I don't know, I'm watching something or like something on TV becomes negative, I like to think about, okay, well, I know that I can be positive in my own kind of way, and I think of a positive phrase that helps me, and the positive phrase that normally helps me is "be bold." And when I'm in when I'm in a negative situation, or there's a negative situation around me, I have to be very positive about it, and I have to tell myself to keep going, and it's going to be okay. And it ends up being good.
Good. So how would our audience reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Positively Lena LLC.
Oh, wow.
And my website is www.positivelylena.llc.
Okay. So again, world, we have the pleasure of having you on the show today. I hope and pray that you continue to do phenomenal things in which you are doing in the community. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we have our last and final entrepreneur youth child coming. So stay tuned. Hi, everyone. And last but not least, we have my baby girl today, and her name is London, and she's going to explain to the world who she is and what was her project about.
Okay, so hi, my name is London, and of course, this is my mom. So, my project that I'm working on is a journal for teenage teens from ages 11 through 15, and it teaches them about their hormone changes.
Can you speak up just a little bit?
It teaches them on how, to control your hormone changes.
All right. What inspired you to do this journal?
What inspired me to do my journal was back when I was 12, my body was going through hormonal changes, and I couldn't really express them to my parents. So instead, I talked to my friends. but my friends got me in trouble, so I, like, yeah, you know, yeah. So my mom, she made me write in my journal to express my feelings, and she read it, and she knew what I was going through. So that we inspired to write a journal to teach young teens.
Okay, so can you tell everybody what the name of your journal is?
The name of my journal is Oh My Gosh, Really Mom.
Oh, wow.
Well, London, I think that is incredible. My daughter just turned 10 years old. She has a book similar to that, and I think that's one of the most important things for a young lady at that age is to really start understanding. And like you just said, it's easier to be able to learn it from someone that's closer to your age who's going through it, and I think that is an incredible platform that you have, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you have in store with that.
So can you tell everybody where they can find you, and is your product out just yet?
Okay, so my product's not out, but it will be out at the end of this year. But I'm taking pre-sales on Black Friday after Thanksgiving. Yeah, and you can find me on Instagram on Oh My Gosh Really Mom, all caps, and on Facebook. But for right now, you can find me on Instagram.
I love that title.
So as you have it, everyone, we had 8 phenomenal youth entrepreneurs telling their stories and the phenomenal things that they're doing in the community. Again, if you want to know more, please, they all gave their Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and all social media websites as well. Please follow these phenomenal kids and help them out in their future endeavors by purchasing and buying some of their products. So as my daughter just mentioned, we have Black Friday coming, so please reach out to them and purchase their book. Anything else you want to say before we jump off?
I think that's about it. I had a great time with you, and I want to take a moment and acknowledge you for the wonderful things that you put together in the community as a business leader, as an entrepreneur, and being a great example for your daughter and your family. So
thank you.
We really appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, everyone, do not let dream killers kill your dream. Again, keep dreaming, thriving in our communities. If you want to be a part of Straight Grown Talk, please reach out at straightgtusa.com. Again, thank everyone for joining us today. It has been phenomenal. Bye.
Take care.